General, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it? Before you ask, though, I can't customize your car anymore.
No, it's not about that. I heard you've got my other car here. The one I drove to Greenvale.
Your car? So that high-spec beauty was yours?
Yes. I was wondering, if you could fix it up for me. I won't mind if it costs me a bunch to get it repaired.
Quite important to you, is it, this car? Very well, then. If you're willing to pay, I'll do the work for you. Okay, thank you very much. It's gonna take a while to carry out the repairs, though. Go and get a good night's sleep and come back soon, why don't you? Once it's done, I'll put it out front. Just use this key and take it. Don't worry. I may not look it, but I'm pretty darn good at what I do.
Hey, bro. Hey, man.
Keith, what's wrong? You're usually more upbeat.
You really want me to drag you down too, FBI?
Maybe I can pull you back up.
Well, I've lost something, man. My most precious treasure in the whole world. Well, my most precious after my family. My guitar, man. It's gone. Lily said she gave it away. Gave it away! Can you believe that? She says it's my fault for not tidying up the storeroom. I don't get her, man. What kind of logic is that? I didn't tidy up the storeroom, so I have to lose my guitar? You're with me, right, FBI? Man to man, you see where I'm coming from.
Your guitar means that much to you.
Oh, my meeting with that fine guitar is what led me onto the path of rock, man. It was back in high school. I made my first visit to Seattle. The world was tired of pop music, and people were crying out for a new sound. It was only a few years before grunge would explode out of Seattle. I met a true rocker there, man. He had the sunglasses, a biker jacket, and the long hair. Man, he even had a bandana. I mean, he was behind the times by then, but nevertheless, the pure white guitar on his back hypnotized all who passed him. In the midst of everyone wanting something new, I glimpsed a tradition that had to continue. That's right, it's called rockabilly. You dig me, right, man? The world can't be built solely on new things. I couldn't help myself. I approached him and opened my mouth. I told him what I was feeling, FBI, right there on the street. I don't remember the words I used now. It was like a dream. But it sparked something inside me. I can tell you that. Our shared love of music allowed us to talk like old friends. Before I knew it, I'd been hanging out with this guy for 3 days. When I finally had to go home, what do you know? He gave me that guitar, man. He said that the soul of rock should be passed on to the next generation. That is how the legendary guitar Grekach came into my hands. Well, thanks for listening anyway, FBI. It means a lot to me. Hey, bro! Oh, baby! Where did you find it?
Lily gave it to me, as a reward for cleaning up the storage room.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm happy to see it with you. Treat it well. I'll just do the manly thing and, forget about it.
Come on now, Keith. I can't play it myself. Instruments exist to be played, not to become an ornament. What am I going to do with it? Use it as a weapon? That's not what it's for. You're the owner of this guitar. You should have it.
Bro!
Your story relit the burnt-out fire of rock in my soul.
FBI, you're all right. Hey, just hold on a moment. Take this then, in exchange. It's a gold card, our super discount card. There's no markup on anything we sell you if you use this. This, in a way, means I'd work for no pay for you, man.
Are you sure?
Of course, we're buddies, man. Yeah.
What's this? Day 2190. It's my 6th year working for Mr. Stewart. On this special day, I have noticed something terrible. I've lost a most precious object. Day 2192. I've looked everywhere, but I still cannot find it. I cannot discuss this with Mr. Stewart. What should I do? The precious bird carving that he gave me. Where did I put it? Day 2193. I have searched inside and outside. Even in the car. I've looked for it at night so Mr. Stewart wouldn't find out. But I cannot find it anywhere. Maybe I should just give up.
Zach, you don't feel like leaving this town yet, do you?
You're right. Something's making me want to stay a bit longer.
Well, since you gave me a visit, why don't we play a little game?
A game?
A simple game. You don't have to go anywhere. I'll ask you multiple choice questions about Greenvale, that's all. Would you like to give it a try?
Sounds like fun.
Then let me know when you want to get started.
All right, then. These questions are about Greenvale. Are you ready?
First question. Well done. But how about this next one? Second question. Impressive. But can you answer this one correctly? Third question.
Zach, simply astonishing. It's quite difficult to answer these consecutively.
Perhaps it's just a sign that I put too much heart into my work.
Perhaps. But you must control your feelings, your desire to stay.
You're right. At this rate, I'll be here forever.
Well then, I shall give you your prize. Here, take this. You can leave this town in our care now, and follow your own path.
Yes?
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan, this is...
I'm sorry, Michael. I just had to read your diary.
How very impolite of you. I'm so shocked. I'll stop rhyming for now. Where did you find this?
In the diner, Michael. You were only able to look for it at night, right?
Diner, of course.
It must have meant a lot to you. But why does it have no eyes?
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan, Mr. Stewart gave me this carving the day he adopted me.
It was an unfinished carving made by Mr. Stewart himself. When he gave it to me, he said, "When you grow up to be a fine man, as a son I can be proud of, I'll give you the eye parts to this bird, and then you can finish the carving yourself." I'm far from receiving the eye parts if I'm losing the bird itself, and I'm far from being a son that Mr. Stewart can be proud of.
Michael.
Mr. Stewart!
Let me give you these.
These are the eyes for the bird.
Have you forgotten my promise? What a fine son you turned out to be.
But
It's okay, Michael. Objects are not important. It's your heart that's important. That's what I wanted to teach you. And you've learned it well. I'm proud of you.
Thanks to Zach and York, we can stop our act now. You and I need to be a team and steer this town in the right direction.
Mr. Stewart.
I had a feeling you would bring the carving back. Thank you.
Amazing. He knew exactly what was going on all along.
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan, you've been very kind to help me, and I appreciate it very much.
No problem. Look after your father, okay?
You found new cards? Show them to me. 64 cards. That's a full set. I never expected to be able to see a full set of these cards. I appreciate you showing them to me. Here's a little something, as promised. That light sword was a top-secret weapon developed by the U.S. Army. Just read the manual before trying to use it. Hold on to it, okay? And thank you for showing me the full set.
This car was with York since he first joined the FBI. I'm glad we were able to get it fixed. The first time we took this car for a spin, we went to a convenience store a few blocks away. I remember we drove so slow. I wonder what York would say if he saw us with this car right now. One more thing, York. I hope things are going well with Emily. You've always been horrible with women. I gave you tons of advice during your last relationship, and you ignored all of it. I'm sure Emily will take the lead. Just don't fight her. Let her steer you in the right direction. York, tonight I'm going to sleep like a baby. Zach, it's over. All finished. It's time time for you to leave town. Are you ready to go? Then this is goodbye, Zach. Thank you for everything. Good night, Zach. And sleep tight. Polly, what's that picture?
Oh, that. We took it when the clock tower was built.
50 years ago?
That's right. That's me in the middle. I was pretty popular back then. Men were always around me. Sorry to keep you waiting. Just sign here, please. Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Oh, I'm sorry, Polly. I was just thinking of a friend. Someone who was with me for a long, long time.
He must have been a really good friend then. Otherwise, why else would you remember him at a time like this?
Indeed. We used to fight, but he really was a good person. He's gone now, though. Gone away to a place where we can't meet again.
I'm sorry to hear that, but if he's a friend of yours, I'm sure he's getting on just fine.
Thank you, Polly. You know what? I think so, too.
Did Emily die?
No. She became the goddess of the forest. Even now, she is still in the forest with York. She watches over the world from there.
Emily became a goddess.
That's right. Isn't that a lovely ending?
Hey, Grandpa, can I ask you something? What kind of person is York?
York is a real nice guy. He's been a good friend of mine since I was small.
Like Mr. Teddy?
Yes, just like Mr. Teddy. A very important friend.
Emily! It's almost time for dinner! Take your grandfather's dinner up to him, will you?
Yes, Mom!
How's your grandfather doing?
I don't know. He's calling me Emily again.
Oh dear, he must be losing his memory. You are Louise, honey. Michelle Louise Morgan. Not Emily. You know that, right?
I know my own name, Mom.
I know you do, baby. You're just so lovely, Louise. I'm sure that's why your grandfather mixes you up with a goddess.
the goddess?
I don't know, dear. I'm not much like your grandfather.
Is there even such a thing as a goddess?
I believe so, but I've never met one.
Mom, you're so pretty. You look like a goddess.
Oh, thank you, honey. If I am a goddess, then you are an angel.
free trees give me a fearful shade. Nobody can tell me a rainbow appeared after the rain.
Mom, do you believe those stories that Grandpa tells?
You believe them, Louise? They're all just made-up stories, dear. All fiction, like your picture books.
So all my picture book stories aren't true?
Oh, don't twist things around, Louise. You just want to know everything, don't you?
Nobody can tell me a horizon.
Here, take this dinner to your grandfather. Go on while it's still hot.
Mom, I understand what Grandpa's talking about. I've got Mr. Teddy, just like Grandpa's York.
Very nice, dear. Now off you go. Hold it straight or you'll spill the soup.
I've got it.
Paint the darkness with the genuine tears. Shining night with the stars. unforgettable nightmare. I dream of you like a cloud. There is something funny about this song we hear behind the door. They should see us. I am silly haze from the night, manish maze.
Zach, it's great to see you again. How many years has it been? I've been close to you the whole time. You probably couldn't see me, but you felt my presence nearby, right, Zach? I never thought you'd get married and have a family. Quite a surprise. I spent years honing my profiling skills, but I never saw that one coming. That's what makes humans so interesting. And that's why I just can't leave you guys alone. More than anything else. Seeing you look so happy is the best thing I could ever ask for. Anyway, Zach, did you see the newspaper today? As it turns out, over the last 3 months, there's been a string of bizarre incidents near New Orleans. Residents there are reporting a sudden strike of nausea, and then they completely lose control of their bodies. Some have already had 2 months of only being able to walk backwards. Does that make you feel anything? It makes me feel something. I know you feel it too, Zach. Okay, Zach. I thought that's what you'd say. Well then, it's time to wake up, Zach.
Where did he go?
Like